The Berg-En-Dal region is bursting with life, and as we've shown, there are many great roads to explore there. Today we finish our visit to the area by showing you 3 other roads with exceptional game viewing. And some lions. The first route we're presenting is the S118, which follows the Malabani Seasonal River. As soon as the gates were open, we immediately drove the paved S110, then made our way up the H3 to the S118 turnoff, where we met this impala. As the vegetation shows, there is plenty of underground water along the road, even when the river is not flowing. We were here in the early dry season and found there was still a trickle of a creek down in the riverbed, as well as pools here and there. Animals cross the road to get to this water, and elephants will come when there is none to dig for it just a few feet below the surface, so it makes for good game viewing in all seasons. The thick brush, many rocky outcrops, and the large trees makes this an especially good road for leopards, which it's known for. These large trees along much of the road made for beautiful scenery, but also made a good place to look for leopards. We drove slowly, peering up into every tree, examining its branches, to see if we could find one of these big cats relaxing up there with a kill. We also kept our ears open for animal alarm calls that could tip us off to a leopard's presence, and also watched in the brush and on rocky outcrops for the cats, all the while keeping one eye on the roads, watching for them crossing either to or from the river. Now all these were good leopard viewing techniques, and had worked for us at other times in the Berg-En-Dal area. But on the S118, we had no luck, which is a key element when looking for animals. We did see this wild dog, though.
Where's the leopard cubs? He's laying down and yawning. There was that show years ago when we were kids, The Wild Dogs of Africa. He's gonna bed down.
Where the S118 meets the S114 road, there is a waterhole just across the Malabani River. We turned up the S114 and crossed that river, looking for animals down it. That looks pretty cool.
Turn it around.
Oh. I can see there being, if you get lucky, a lot of animals down here. There's those go-away birds.
Is that what this thing is?
Yeah.
Yeah. This battery's bad.
114 and the 119.
Just a little ways past the causeway over the river is James Pan, a waterhole, which is a great place to watch for animals coming down to drink. But unfortunately not for us. We crossed the river again, admiring the rocks, and headed on our way. The S-25 was a very good road for us. It runs from the S-114 all the way to the Crocodile Bridge. Animals cross it to get to the Crocodile River, which flows all year long. In places you can see this river, and the countryside beyond. Just past the S-118 junction, we found this elephant digging for water.
Dug a hole to get a drink.
Like we've said, elephants seem to be very picky about their water. See how this one spits out a bunch until it finally finds some with the right purity.
That's the mud. Here, let me get some more water.
Then we left him to his drinking. The S-119 continues along the Malabani River from the S-114 junction. There are still the large trees like on the S-118 and the gardenia hide that we showed you in another video, another good place for viewing animals. Our best sighting, though, was as we came near the S-25 junction. This was the same pride that we saw earlier on our morning ranger drive. We came back to the spot in case they might still be there, and they were. We couldn't find them at first since they were at that time on the other side of the river, but with binoculars and patience, there they were. And for quite a while we had them all to ourselves. Every once in a while we would stop at a likely spot and search the area with our binoculars and sit for a while, taking in the atmosphere. And sometimes we got lucky, but it was always wonderful. And if nothing else, there was the bird life.
There's three lions over there with some cubs.
For a second, real diligently.
One of the cubs showed itself. There you have it. 3 more roads to ponder. I hope some of you get to experience them someday, and that our videos will have played a small role in inspiring you to visit them. Next video, we move on from Berg-En-Dal to Kruger, the biggest rest camp in the Kruger, and see its legendary game roads.